Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Windshield Time at Mountainland Supply. I'm Joey. I'm here with Spencer, the man shorts.
That's me, Spencer, the man shorts.
7 more words.
I really don't like counting while I speak.
That's 8.
That's what I'm saying.
And don't's probably 2 words, so that's 9.
Oh, that's true. Conjunction, junction.
Well, we'll see about that.
We are today we are joined by Bruce Samuel Egbert II.
The first.
Oh, dang it. Okay, the first.
Second does have a nicer ring to it, though.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Of course, I did learn the other day that you can't be a second unless somebody in front of you is a junior.
Really?
Yeah. Did you tell me that?
No, but it was on the podcast. And was it, you can't be a second? I don't remember.
You can't be a second unless somebody in front of you is a junior, right?
I don't know.
Or wanted to be a junior.
Between senior and junior.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, somebody before you's got to be junior, so you can't be second.
I'm not a second. I will be the first.
So, how's it going?
It's good.
So,
real good.
So Bruce, this is your, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I don't know, ish episode. And do you like it anymore?
I actually think I like it less.
Yeah, I could tell.
There's just something like going back and watching them.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's why you don't watch them.
I know.
I certainly don't, because I don't like the sound of my own voice.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's different. You just notice things. You're more hypercritical of yourself.
Yeah, you see all your
mannerisms,
idiosyncrasies.
you're like,
Like, why do you fold your fingers like that, Joey?
yeah.
Don't know what to do with
that.
my hands.
Yeah. It's like I'm sitting like this.
You're perfectly rigid. Both feet on the floor.
And I don't feel like this chair promotes good posture.
It doesn't, but it does promote good sleep. So that's why the guests like to sit there.
Now that would be interesting, just to sit here long enough during this podcast to watch me fall asleep.
It won't take long. Trust me. I slipped a little Mickey in your drink. Oh, by the way, I found out that has a new, like an actual meaning. Slipping a Mickey. That's the name of the drug they used to put in the drinks. It's like mix something-eyed. Look that up, Shorts. It's something like slipping.
I do like this new aspect of look that up Shorts.
Oh, Shorts is on it.
Just Mickey though.
He's like the Jamie of this.
Yeah.
Jamie, look that up. Yeah, slipped
Fact
on a
check
Mickey.
us on that one.
I can't remember who. McKaylee found something, and she said that. Oh no, she was singing some song from West Side Story, and they were saying something
Of course,
about
the little house that is the musical.
Yeah, we live in a musical. They were talking about slipping a Mick or something, and I was like, slipping. Oh, that must be slipping a Mickey. You got it?
I'm not finding a drug. I'm finding a guy named Mickey Finn that was a bartender that was nefarious for it.
Did you look up like what is the drug?
Yeah, I looked up
associated with slipping a Mickey.
Yeah, I looked it up. I'm getting Mickey Finn.
Mickey Finn, yeah, it's a Mickey Finn.
Yeah, but that's the bartender.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
So it's not a drug, but an actual bartender.
Yeah,
and he used to slip things in people's drinks.
Yeah.
How would you like to have that be your legacy?
Look up what was the drug Mickey Finn used. Look that up. It's something.
Even still, like to be known as the bartender.
But it was like a sleep aid. It was like a legit sleep aid back in the day.
Oh,
but that's what he would slip in the drinks. He'd be like, I am not looking. Little. I don't know if he was doing it for like dates or. I mean, you can't say the R word, but what was it?
Chloral hydrate.
That's the one. Chloral hydrate. And they're little discs of it. And so he would slip that into people's drinks, and then they'd go night-night. Isn't that awesome? That's where Slippin' a Mickey came from. The Mickey Finns.
I don't know if it's awesome.
So look up Mickey Finn West Side Story. There you go. All right, we're going to get to the bottom of
we're
this.
going to tie it all back together.
This is what
But again,
I
don't know that we've added enough importance on the fact that your life
is a musical. Well, just in the last meeting, we were singing Hamilton songs.
That's true. That's true.
There was some, was it, or was it not
Hamilton?
Hamilton?
No, it was Hamilton, because there was Teach Me How to Say Goodbye, and there was, what did Tim say?
Something about it'll never be enough. I'll never be satisfied.
Never be satisfied.
Yeah. And then I was thinking Never Enough from Greatest Showman.
Oh, if you ever need a good cry, just watch The Greatest Showman.
If you ever need a good cry, just come talk to me. I'll get you in that mood real quick. Did you figure it out?
I don't know what I'm looking for, but
West Side Story.
yeah, I searched that.
And it's Mickey Finn?
Yeah, he
And
shook up MTV.
And it's not on there. It's not
Wait.
one of the lyrics in the songs for West Side Story?
I'm not seeing it.
I'll have to look it up. I'll put it in the show notes. Everybody can just look at it later. at your leisure.
At your leisure.
Yep. So the real reason why I wanted you to come in here, Bruce,
Yes.
is to talk about collaboration.
Collaboration, yes.
And contrary to most guests, I gave you like a week and a half heads up on this deal.
You did. Yeah.
Brandon Rowley got 3.5 minutes
Ooh.
heads up.
You probably got some more genuine answers.
I did. These will be canned, and I appreciate that because
Yes.
you're a guy who likes to prepare.
So in this preparation, I've always wanted to be a guy that quotes an African proverb.
Oh, let's go, dude.
So, I spent a lot of time on the internet. Actually, just a couple minutes before we got on here. Collaboration was, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Ooh.
Done.
Put it on the
Collaboration.
wall, dude.
Yeah. I just read that. I'm like, that's exactly it.
If you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
If you want to go far, go together.
And that's exactly what I think when I look at the last year with our company and you think about the progress we've made, whether it's been on budgets or whether it's been with the reduction or the rebalancing of our inventory, that's what it's been. I think historically you've seen pockets of almost like a silo effect of, hey, I'm going to try to solve this problem alone. And it's impossible to do. When you have something like inventory, for example, that touched so many different parts of our company, we nailed it because the collaboration that's happening.
Well, and that, like in a nutshell, is what EOS is.
Yeah.
It's a way to get multiple people with multiple points of view rowing in the same direction for a common goal.
Yeah.
And collaboration is everything.
It is. It's just really cool to see because a lot of the conversations we have are with as big as we're getting, it's very easy to lose that collaboration.
Yeah. It's probably the thing that could go first.
Yeah, it is. Whether it's collaboration internally or collaboration with our customers, like keeping that core value in front of us at all times is key to us being who we are and not losing sight of it.
So, not a synonym, but a word that accompanies collaboration would be communication, right?
Yeah.
Because without communication, you have no collaboration.
Yeah.
Isn't that refreshing? I think that's an African proverb too. That's a Joey proverb.
That is
Because
a Joeyism.
but that's what you lose
Yeah.
as you stand to lose as you scale.
Yeah.
Is the ability to communicate effectively the things that you're working on or the help that you need in getting something accomplished. And so then you build these silos. It's like, well, I can't really get a hold of anybody, so I'm just going to do it. And we're just going to go alone, and I'll figure it out. And I'll get my part of it done.
Yeah.
But unless somebody else is communicating that or is getting that communication back, it does no good.
Yeah.
Because then we can't franchise it. Then we can't make it so that it's in our processes, on the whole. One thing that Danny is doing now, and he was on the podcast a few weeks ago, is he's doing the standard operating procedure book.
Yep.
Or the Mountainland playbook or the Mountainland Bible, whatever you want to do. And I think that is going to help with collaboration too.
For sure.
Because he's going to go to the different departments and get their feedback on a process that touches multiple departments and disciplines and say, what do you need from this process? And what do you need? Which boxes do you need checked in order to feel comfortable that somebody else isn't stepping in your sandbox?
Yeah. And to think about that, when you look at how our company's grown over the last couple of years, just the stress that it puts on the organization, going from 20-ish branches to 40-ish. We don't talk about specific numbers because it depends on how you classify the branches.
Yeah.
But that just makes everything different.
Yeah.
And where we have such good things going on, to your point, Danny coming in and establishing what those SOPs are, collaborating with the different departments so that when you are rolling out a new branch or you're bringing on a new branch manager or a new employee, now you have a playbook for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's the same across the board.
And nobody gets left out of the
Yeah,
process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You nail the process from the beginning by getting all the necessary parties involved in the conversation. Like, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he's doing, it's really cool to see.
It's going to be awesome, especially when you can take a new branch manager or a new department manager and say, hey, I know that we've been terrible in the past at cross-training you on everything you need to know. Here's your playbook. If you have questions, it's there as a resource. And we've said it before, but it'll be a living document that we can continue to add to or, change if needed.
Yeah. Well, and just a way of, if you are doing something really, really cool in your location.
Maybe we should be doing that everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing it everywhere? And this is a great way to make sure the information's transferred to all relevant parties.
So you've been part of other organizations before.
Yeah.
And I know it's not exactly apples to apples because our company is a little bit unique in certain aspects. But what does Mountainland do differently than other companies? Maybe not even that you've worked at, but worked with, through accounting, doing helping other people with their businesses. What does Mountainland do differently in order to make sure that collaboration happens? Is that a fair question?
Yeah, it is a fair question. I think because I've thought a lot about this. So prior to coming to Mountainland, most of you know I worked in public accounting. So I worked with other accountants.
Nerd alert.
Yeah. So exposed to a lot of people that thought the exact same way as I do.
Yeah.
And that's problematic from the beginning.
It's an echo chamber.
It is. It's an echo chamber, but you also have people with a very high attention to detail who do not like to be wrong.
Mm.
And so you don't have collaboration because you're dealing with people that always think that they're right.
Yeah.
And require a lot of time and effort and energy to convince that they are wrong when they are.
Yeah.
And so when I think about Mountainland, there's just a different feel because I was at a company that tried to implement EOS by ourselves because obviously we're accountants and we know how to do everything. It failed miserably.
Yeah.
There was no accountability and there was no open conversations. And so coming here and watching the way our level 10s work, watching people be accountable and hold other people accountable, and then the collaboration that happens in a level 10, it's just, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a really cool thing to be a part of.
It's magic.
It is. And it comes back to that collaboration of like, we're all trying to do the same thing. And the ESOP has a lot to do with that as well, us all being owners, but like we're all pointed in the same direction. And so it becomes less about, hey, you're doing this wrong, more about, hey, this is happening that's wrong. How do we fix this? Less finger pointing and more, let's fix the problem and move on together.
The other cool thing about Mountainland, in my opinion, is that we have really, really highly skilled people.
Yeah.
And so you don't just have collaboration, on its face. You have collaboration by really, really talented people.
Yeah.
And so when they're giving you input, it's going to be valid.
Yep.
It's going to have relevance. And to be able to harness that and really implement all those good ideas, I think that's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Our people definitely are the
Yeah.
secret sauce. But getting all of that information out of them and getting it deployed, it'd be hard to screw that up.
Yeah.
If you just give it an honest try.
And that's honestly, I think, the diversity of our employee base. The different places people have come from, the fact that we have so many employees that have done so many different things. You look at a Danny, for example.
Yeah.
Matt's, like all these people that have done everything from driving a truck to working in the warehouse to being in sales to being a branch manager to having different experiences that have helped them become a more well-rounded employee.
Yeah.
Like, that's some powerful experience that we have.
It is. I mean, along the way, it helps you build empathy, and so you're not going to implement a policy or procedure that's going to inhibit somebody from doing their job really well. At the same time, you learn a few things like that's just not going to work.
Yeah.
It might work on paper, but I know that it's not going to work
The real world application
exactly
doesn't work.
Exactly. And so you don't waste time on those things,
Yep.
which makes you even faster.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of cool things that we've been able to kind of harness at Mountainland just just by the nature of who we are.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a good company to be a part of.
Yeah, it is. Probably hold the discussion on our last quarter for another day, don't you think?
Yeah. Things are looking good. Just close out second quarter.
Teaser.
Stay tuned for another podcast episode.
Teaser.
You get to hear from me again. Maybe we'll have Mike Munson come on as well.
I think Mike needs to do it.
I like this idea.
Yeah, I do too.
Feels right.
Maybe we'll make BJ do it too, and RJ. And we'll just
Have a
sit here and let him
trifecta.
talk.
Have
bring them all in here.
trifecta of the J's.
Yeah.
MJ, BJ, RJ.
Yes. The J's collide.
The J
the
Report.
J's podcast. Oh, the J Report.
What?
That's gold shorts. Hey, you know, I'm glad you spoke today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you passed your 7-word allotment.
Yeah, I was just,
Blew right past that. He did not.
Speaking of, Shorts wanted to be an accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But then you realized that you were too creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One was
Amongst
just more
other things.
fun,
Yeah.
But I like accounting. Maybe we can talk.
You like order in your life.
I like solving problems,
that's
seeing data.
Yeah.
That's a powerful combination, order and creativity at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
We're grateful to have Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I do give you a hard time.
Yeah. I know.
I won't say that again. Ever.
Not
Until
on
next
here.
episode.
Yeah, until the next
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for your take on collaboration. That was
thank you.
That was useful.
Appreciate it.
I'm
Good
sure
to be
everybody else is going to appreciate it too.
I hope so.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming along for the ride, and we'll see you down the road.